In the quiet red earth of Obunagu, surrounded by thick forests and whispering rivers, a child's birth was never just about joy and celebration, it was also about secrets, rituals, and ancient questions that no one dared to ask aloud. Who takes the placenta after birth? For generations, women gave birth on banana leaves in dark, smoky rooms, while the village midwives, old women with toothless mouths and wrinkled hands, did their jobs. After the baby's first cry, they whispered prayers, cleaned the baby, and then, without fail, wrapped the placenta in thick cloth, placed it inside a clay pot, and carried it away, but never said where. No mother asked, no father dared. It was a tradition. But that silence was broken the day Chinwe, a curious young woman who had returned from the city with modern lifestyle, gave birth to her son. Chinwe had always been a rebel. She wore jeans to market days. She spoke boldly in meetings. She once called the village elders old cowards for not installing boreholes in the community. So when her time came, she insisted on giving birth at home, but under her own terms. Her husband, Obiora, was afraid. Please, let the midwives do their job, he pleaded. Don't ask questions. Please don't ask questions that may bring curses. But Chinwe only smiled. If my child comes from me, I have the right to know where every part of him goes, even the parts they bury. At dawn, labor started. The midwives came. The old ways followed. The child, a boy, came into the world strong, loud, and healthy. And then the silence fell. One of the midwives, Mama Njideka, the oldest and most respected, took the placenta, wrapped it, and signaled to the younger one to follow. As usual, they all expected no questions. But Chinwe, sweating, weak, and in pain, opened her eyes and said, "Stop!" The room froze. "You will not take it away without telling me where you will bury it. I want to follow you." The women exchanged glances. "No one follows," Mama Njideka said, her voice stern. "But today, I will," Chinwe insisted. Against every warning and every tradition, she got up, wore her wrapper, and followed the women into the forest, ignoring the cries from her husband and the gasp from the neighbors. For almost 30 minutes, they walked deep into the bush, crossing 3 small streams and passing a grove where the villagers say spirits live. Finally, they reached an old orji tree with roots like snakes and leaves that never dried. Mama Njideka dug beneath it with a rusty iron spoon, chanting in a language Chinwe couldn't understand. She placed the pot containing the placenta inside the hole and covered it. Then she turned to Chinwe and said, "Now you know." But Chinwe was not satisfied. "Why here? Why bury it like it's a curse?" Mama Njideka looked up at her. "You think the placenta is waste, don't you? It came from me. I just want to know why it's treated like a secret." The old woman sat down. The forest grew quiet. Then she began to speak. "In the days of our grandmothers," Mama Njideka said, "the placenta was not just flesh. It was believed to be the child's spiritual twin. Where it was buried affected the child's destiny. Some say if you burn it, the child will be rebellious. If you throw it into a river, the child may roam too far from home. But if you bury it under the orji tree, the spirits watch over it, and the child never forgets where he came from. Chinwe's eyes widened. So all these years, it wasn't just superstition. The old woman shook her head. Not just, also protection, also tradition, but sometimes also control. Chinwe blinked. Control? Mama Njideka hesitated, then leaned closer. Not all placentas go under this tree. Some are given to people. Chinwe's heart skipped. What people? The kind who trade destinies for wealth. The kind who ask for something belonging to the child so they can manipulate their future. And most of them walk among us. Chinwe's mouth went dry. You mean some placentas are sold? The old woman nodded slowly. That is why the question is dangerous. That is why no one asks who takes the placenta after birth. When Chinwe returned to the village, she was never the same. She started asking other women if they had seen where their children's placenta went. Most said no. Some whispered they weren't sure if it was even buried. One confessed that years ago, after her child's placenta was taken, the boy never spoke a word until he was 12. That night, Chinwe sat her husband down. We will start something new. In this house, we will bury our children's placenta ourselves in our own land. It wasn't easy. The elders tried stopping her. The women whispered that she was challenging the gods. But when her son grew into a strong, brilliant boy who never fell seriously sick, people began to notice. Soon, more women asked questions, and slowly the silence began to break. And from that day on, in Obunagu village, the question that once brought fear became a mother's right. Where is my child's placenta? Moral of the story: traditions carry wisdom, but also secrets. Know what you are keeping and why. Every part of your child is sacred, even the part that is buried. This is Ifijide's Folktales. Thank you so much for watching. Please do well to subscribe to this channel, give this video a big thumbs up, and share this video to your loved ones. See you in my next one. Bye-bye.